Yeah, what up, what's going on, man? Salute to everybody that's tuning into the channel. I am Acito. Oh, man, we gotta talk about this, man. I've been trying to pretty much just watch and see what was really going to happen because I've seen so much in the news, on social media about this matter at hand, and I see the agenda being pushed by one particular individual, and I'm gonna get into him later, because he has a certain history of, me personally, I feel like trolling to a certain extent and pushing a certain agenda on people. Now, the topic I'm talking about is DJ Envy. Okay, shout out to DJ Envy. DJ Envy is a legend. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to DJ and the things that he's contribute to hip hop culture, not only just being, a DJ per se, but from the mixtapes to producing, putting out albums, putting out artists, rocking arenas, big clubs, you name it. Now being on the syndicated, radio, one of the biggest, if not the biggest radio show in the country, The Breakfast Club. He's been a part of some really, dynamic things in the culture, man. Even when he was with Hot 97, so now I want to say like around the pandemic time, we started to see this trend of, credit being pushed heavily, people being more conscious of the credit, business credit, real estate, stocks, all these guys have all of these certain what you want to call it, like these skill learners where you get like a membership and you get these courses per se, and everybody's advertising credit, real estate, this that, and a lot of people getting scammed in between, and some people are doing good business. I've come across a couple platforms where I've invested in and it's helped me, EYL being one of them. But that was like a real popular thing, and even with the PPP loans, y'all saw how that turned out. With the PPP, y'all saw how that turned out, right? But, I started to see a trend of the Breakfast Club. They started bringing up a lot of the financial, I guess you would say financial social leaders per se in the community. So I would see people like Wall Street Trapper, excuse me, EYL. Who else we would see? Him 500. I don't know if Tony the Closer was up there, but there was like, that it's like a certain circle that we would see up there. I think Jay Morrison may have been up there at one point. But it was like a certain period of time where it seemed pretty genuine, because they would have various of different people come onto the show. You would have people come on as far as your artists, entertainers. Then you would have your politicians come on the show. Then you would have people that would talk about finance, that would talk about credit. It was like a plethora of different conversations and topics that the Breakfast Club, would, mix up per se on the show. Now, there was a certain individual by the name of Cesar Pena, heavyset dude. I think he looked like, I don't want to say he don't look like Big Pun, but he was a heavyset dude. And that's crazy because the first time I saw him was not on DJ Envy's, not DJ Envy, was on Breakfast Club. It was another platform that he was on. I'm trying to remember who the fuck it was, man. It was somebody that was in the, that space per se, the financial literacy space. But I saw him on there. And then I saw him with DJ Envy, like maybe 6-7 months later down the line. If y'all know what I'm talking about, put it in the comment section because I can't remember exactly who the person was. But I think Cesar had his wife with him at the time. But I started, I saw him come on the Breakfast Club. Envy introduced him as his personal friend, as somebody that he does business with. And through that, Envy and Cesar, they started doing these expos, going to different cities, teaching real estate, teaching credit, buying houses, flipping houses, things of that nature. And they were also promoting a business that they had where people can invest in and, come aboard and flip houses as well. Now, to fast forward all that, to get to the point we at right now, it's come to the attention that Cesar has been frauding. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much been scamming plethora of people, man. I've seen videos of people saying they got scammed 800,000, $1 million. An entrepreneur who had like a bike shop and he had a food truck, he got scammed out of 80,000. There was one guy, yo, this shit touched my heart right here. There was one guy, he was his son passed away maybe like 7 months ago, left 2 kids behind. I don't know what the mother is, but he was a single father. He invested over $300,000 with Cesar and Envy, and when he passed away, his father, became aware of certain investments and things that he put his money in, and he reached out to Cesar, and Cesar returned one call, said, I'll get right back to you, I'll be on it, and just pretty much dodged his call, never talked to him again. And that man, you could hear the pain in this man's voice, man. Like, I need to get that money for those kids. I need to set up this trust fund because my son, I'm pretty sure he was moving in intentions to do that. And you just can't do that, bro. You can't. The thing that I don't like about this shit, man, and I'm not on no color shit, but it's just very unfortunate that if you look at majority of the people that were scammed from this operation, they look just like us, bro. Like, I probably saw maybe one white person. Every other person on there was either Hispanic or black. And it's sad, bro. Like, it's sad. It's sad. It's very sad, man. And he's been arrested. Cesar's been arrested by the federal government. I believe he posted bond. His bond was $1 million. I don't know how the fuck he posted bond because if you're involved in a real estate RICO, I'm thinking they're gonna seize and freeze all your assets. So somehow he was able to gather $1 million worth of collateral to post bond. Now there's a lot of rumblings because DJ Envy was not arrested. He was not named in the affidavit or whatever paperwork that was, released to the public, basically saying what information they had that led to them to arrest Cesar. Now, the iHeart Radio office in New York, where the Breakfast Club is shot at, was actually raided by the feds, and they seized a number of laptops, cell phones, and I don't know, bro. It's kind of crazy, man. I'm hearing a lot of different things. People are saying that Envy cooperated with the FBI because Envy was. He was told by his lawyers to not speak on the situation, and he went on the Breakfast Club and spoke anyway, probably because but the man feels he's innocent, and he sees the reputation that he's getting from this, and he's pretty much like, yo, I understand how people feel, but I got scammed as well. Like, Cesar robbed me. He took money from me. I've invested as well, millions of dollars. So it's like, okay, I understand that, but it's like, I don't see the accountability, and that's one thing I don't like about Envy, about the situation. Envy, you have to understand, a lot of these people never would have known who the hell Cesar was if you did not bring him on the Breakfast Club. And on make matters worse, you were co-signing him, doing numerous of drops, interviews, videos on Instagram, basically just co-signing like this guy is cool. People don't know who the hell Cesar is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know who DJ Envy is, a really credible, successful DJ, from the hip hop community, and you also were doing a lot of active things. I know you had the Juice Bar with Angela Lee, and I know you do like car shows and things of that nature. You give back to the community, so you have a really great reputation. So when certain things of that nature come about and you're putting your cosign on the individual, I don't know if you did your proper due diligence and you didn't know exactly who the hell you were dealing with, or if you knew him for X amount of time. I don't know. The truth will come out if you did know about it, because I'm pretty sure them feds is looking at text messages from years ago to see if this conversation was brought up. It's really bad, bro. It's bad, and it's like, who's gonna be held accountable for this? Of course, Caesar's the one that ripped people off, but what part is Envy and iHeartRadio gonna play in this shit? You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what happens, if he's found guilty, which he is going to be found guilty, there's going to be a lot of civil suits, bro. A lot going at iHeart and DJ Envy. And I don't know if iHeart is going to, break away from Envy, or recommend that he steps away. I don't know, but this is just, it's not a good look, bro. You got niggas like Funk Flex, Star from Buckwild. Like, people are going in. They are going in with the story, man. It's just not a good look, bro. It's not a good look at all, man. Like, it's very unfortunate, man. You know, Envy got kids, man. He got a wife. He got businesses. He got people on payroll. Like, this is not good, bro. It's not. It's not. And I hope this is a very valuable lesson for people that's watching this play out. You have to do your due diligence on who you bring around yourself, bro. Like, if you haven't known this person or somebody that knows of this person for, like, I'm talking 10 years or more, like, you don't need to be publicly going in videos and co-signing. Like, I don't know, man. I think you have some fault with this. You know, you may not have participated in the actual, scheme per se, but you are at fault for not doing your proper due diligence and bringing this man on a syndicated platform, national platform, to talk about real estate, which indeed he was scamming from the people. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this shit, man. Like, I was trying to, like, you know what? I don't think nothing like, nah. And then the dude I was talking about earlier, Tony the Closer, man. Tony the Closer, man, is a really interesting dude, bro. So those of you who don't know who the hell he is, the reason I found out from him was from a couple of platforms. $1 Million Worth of Game, he was on that platform as well. He had a bad fallout with Jay Morrison, and I remember this. I think him and Jay Morrison were supposed to collaborate on a financial literacy show, and I think they were gonna have Jeezy perform or something of that nature. And something didn't happen. Money wasn't paid. This dude went on a whole campaign, bro. I mean, he smeared this man's name to the dirt, disrespected him, his wife, kids. Like, it was just bad. It was really bad, really bad. Something mentally is off with the Tony the Closer dude. I don't know if people see it, but something ain't right with him, in the head. Something ain't right. Like, now with this Envy shit, like, he's making it his business to, he's like, I want to see him go to jail. He's wishing jail upon Envy. And me personally, like, I've never been to jail, but I know how traumatic, from people that I know personally, how that experience can be on someone. And it's like, a lot of them say, I'll never wish jail on my worst enemy. So it's like, when you hear him say certain things like this, and I believe he even was locked up and in jail for assault or battery on a woman or something of that nature. But I don't know, man. He just has a really weird reputation of taking things over the top. Like, he has a very personal vendetta with DJ Envy, and, like, he wants to see him, get arrested. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. But the whole disrespecting, somebody's wife, kids, shit is not cool, bro. It's not cool at all. I know he had a fallout with Wallow and Gilly. He had a fallout with him 500. He was throwing shade at EYL. And then I saw, Rashad on, I think it was Rashad. He was on Instagram Live with him. When I saw him pushing that agenda, I was just like, yeah, this shit can't be true, bro. It can't be true. It can't be. Because I was following Jay Morrison for a long time, and I got a lot of knowledge and information from him as well. I still do. Like, I have a high level of respect from somebody that came from nothing and, changed their life for the better and elevated. Who does not love a rags to riches story? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. This whole DJ Envy and Cesar shit, man, I feel like it's going to get really bad, bro. And I really wish and hope that these people get the money back that, they invested in. Because this is bad. This is bad, man. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section about it, man. I just wanted to touch on it briefly and just bring, a little bit of awareness to y'all. Please be very careful wrapping your arms around somebody you just met for a couple of weeks. Like, you got to fill people out. You got to talk to them, have conversations, see what they about, see how they manners, how they carry themselves, when you're around and when you're not around. It's a lot of shit you got to do, man, because you can be guilty by association. And I think that's exactly what's happening with DJ Envy. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all social media platforms. Make sure you guys check out the website, dedicatedmediallc.com. Okay, that's dedicatedmediallc.com. I got merch on there. It's fire, man. You can get the podcast, Dedication TV podcast, right there. I got all the links for Apple, Spotify, anything that you use to watch your podcast or listen to your podcast per se, I got it for you, man. Just support your boy. I got a lot of fire content coming. So stay tuned, please. All right, it's your boy Acito. I'm out. Peace.